Welcome everybody to this Razer Seiren V2 X review, and today I'm gonna tell you why you should avoid the Razer Seiren V2 X. So first off, design and build quality. The build quality of the Razer Seiren V2 X is pretty good. It's pretty solid. It's still fully plastic, but still it's solid plastic that is being used, and of course it's still a microphone. It's not like you're gonna kick it around like a football, so I'm okay with that. Further, the whole microphone is covered in a matte black finish, which I really like, but it also has its disadvantages, because once you make a scratch on this microphone you notice the marks on the microphone. But of course if you have a dark room you won't notice it as much, but once the lighting is at the right angle you will notice all those scuffs. Also, you have a tripod to put this microphone on, so you can put it on your table. I wouldn't recommend this because the quality is best if you use it up close and personal. The only issue I have with this feed is the adapter in between to use it on your table stand, because if I'm gonna remove this, you are leaving this stem inside this microphone, and because of you screwing in this part into this adapter, you actually over tighten it as well slightly if you actually keep turning it. So in the end the adapter inside the microphone is just completely stuck, and there's no single way to remove this without damaging this thing, because the surface is really smooth, and because it's smooth you can't get a grip and can't twist it around, which I really want to do, because right now the only option I have is to put it on this table stand. But I would like to use it on a boom arm, which I can't now because this thing is stuck. So I wish they made a little bit of like a dent in the side so you can twist it easily, get a grip of it. But now it's just a smooth surface and it doesn't allow me to remove the whole fucking thing, and it's just, it's annoying. And if you go further, you of course have a screw to put on top of a boom arm, only I can't show it now because this thing is stuck and I got slippery fucking hands. I can't show it, but if you don't mess this thing up you can actually use this on the boom arm, which is nice. Also, on the back of the microphone you have a headphone jack so you can monitor your audio, and you have a USB-C charging port. The only gripe I have with using a USB-C connection is microphone arm or boom arm actually uses a USB-B cable. So when I use this microphone on top of my arm, I have to route a separate cable towards the PC, which makes it all look a little bit messy. And my boom arm has a cable already pre-routed into it, but it's a different plug. So either I have to get an adapter or reroute another cable. And if you look at the front, you actually have a mute and unmute button, which is nice. So if you want to mute in game you click it, and when it's muted it shows a red LED light, and once it's unmuted it shows a green LED light, so that's nice. And also below the mute button we have a gain knob, which has unlimited rotations. So where it exactly is positioned, I don't know where it is, how much it is, if it's slightly good or bad, or I don't know. The thing is about this knob, if you're gonna turn it, it's only turning it digitally, so not within the microphone itself. So the only way that you can know that you're actually changing the gain is by going into your Windows settings and see the number for yourself, because if you turn this, the Windows volume number actually changes accordingly. And if you actually download Razer Snap software, you can actually watch it inside of there as well. But I just wish there was like a minimum and maximum rotation on this thing, so I exactly know without looking into the software how far it exactly is. Also a nice feature what this microphone has is a built-in shock mount. So let's say you tap a little bit on your keyboard or bounce on your table, you won't hear those shock waves in the microphone, which is actually really nice. And then we go to the software. I prefer actually to use my microphones plug and play without all the hassle with different software, but okay, this is a review. I must view the software to see what's more available. So I went to the software and looked around. The first things I noticed when I opened the Razer Snap software is that you can change the volume of the microphone, which I mean Windows can do as well. And you can also change your headphone volume, and Windows can do this as well. So that's not really helpful. Also, you can change the sampling rate, which Windows allows you to do as well, so that's nothing special in particular. And one thing that Windows cannot do is one option: change the option for the analog gain limiter. And what the analog gain limiter actually does is it detects your voice, and if it's getting too loud, so let's say it goes in the reds, it manages to push it a little bit back so your audio is more even, instead of like your ears bleeding from all the loudness and crackles and you don't have this with this microphone. You can actually set it up and it actually does a decent job. This is a recording on the Razer Seiren V2 X with the analog gain limiter enabled. So this should make the audio so much better than what's soon gonna be heard. Warning, do not put your volume on maximum because it's literal ear rape if you don't use this function with a high amount of volume coming through the microphone. I'll warn you for this. This is the recording without the analog gain limiter, and then you can actually notice the difference. It's it's quite drastic. I mean, of course you can just optimize your volume so it doesn't do this, but I mean, if you're gonna be yelling at your game because it's doing something stupid, or some kid just pwned you in Fortnite and did the epic dab on you, then yeah, you will be quite mad. Quite loud, and now they can actually hear what you say instead of sounding distorted. Yeah, sorry for the ear rape. But it is a nice feature to have. Might you want to scream into your microphone sometimes without giving your friends bloody ears? And then you were probably wondering, how does the microphone sound like? Well, here you go. And this is a voice recording on the Razer Seiren V2 X. Just like the Fifine microphone, it is standing on top of my table with a fair amount of distance, which you usually have if you game like this. Yeah, this is the quality pretty much. And this microphone, the Razer Seiren, actually costs 3 times more than the Fifine microphone. So yeah, that's the thing to keep in mind. This is a voice recording on the Fifine K669 microphone. This microphone actually costs 32 euros right now at this moment, which makes it severely cheaper than the Razer Seiren V2 X. And this is pretty much the quality if you lay this microphone on top of a table with a fair amount of distance. So this is a recording with the microphone of the Fifine, and in the background I am just slightly typing on my keyboard. I'm using currently now Cherry MX Browns, and that's what you probably hear on this microphone. And this is the quality from the Fifine. Meanwhile, I'm talking. Wow. And this is a voice recording on the Razer Seiren. Meanwhile, I'm typing on the background, and you can hear pretty much maybe everything or nothing, who knows. But we're gonna see, of course, who filters out the noise the best. And right now it is standing on my tabletop. And this is a voice recording on the Razer Seiren V2 X, up close and personal to my mouth. So this is what you usually see when you put this microphone on a boom arm, and this is pretty much the quality of that. Decide for yourself what you think is worth it, but to be honest, I think the Razer Seiren could perform at least a little better, or just give a little bit more accessories to help justify this price. This is a voice recording on the Fifine K669 microphone, which is actually 32 euros right now at this moment, compared to the Razer Seiren V2 X, which actually costs 105 euro. Too bad this cable isn't detachable, but further, I mean, for 30 bucks you get a lot of quality from it, which I really like. So yeah, this is pretty much the Fifine K669 microphone. And this is a recording of the Fifine microphone, which only costs 30 bucks, so a fraction of the price of the Seiren, up close and personal. Meanwhile, I'm typing, the microphone is still on the table, so it's actually really close to the keyboard. And do you notice actually me typing? Yes or no? Maybe it doesn't even make such a big difference. Who knows? And this is a voice recording with the microphone up close to me, still on the table, but it's closer to my mouth, so the volume is slightly lower. And I hope you won't pick up the keyboard noise, because that would be a shame, wouldn't it? On the background, yes, oh no, maybe you hear it, maybe you don't, I don't know. Okay, in conclusion, what do I think about the Razer Seiren V2 X, and should you buy it? Honestly, I think you shouldn't buy it. There's plenty of other microphones which offer so much more performance for the price than this microphone has. Because competition either has already a aluminium build quality, so it's more sturdy. It offers more clarity in the vocals. It usually already offers pop filters, and this microphone is awful with the pops. You hear it so much. Also the breathing, it just doesn't cancel anything out. So if you buy this microphone, you gotta buy an additional foam cap on top of it. I mean, those are not expensive. You can probably buy them on AliExpress for like a few bucks, but still you have to do that. And usually with other microphones it's already included, which is nice. And the only good thing I can really say about this microphone is it looks good. It has a nice mute and unmute button, and it has a removable cable. I think this microphone is more look-wise nice, but with sound quality you should just look elsewhere. And that's pretty much what I think about it. And thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to see more, because there's definitely more coming. Also the Fifine microphone of 30 bucks, I'm gonna review that as well and let you know how that is. And stay tuned for the next one. Like if you like it, then bye bye.